You're here? The Kuhenki are playing the lyre again. Could you play a song for them like last time? And I happen to be in the mood to hear something different myself. How curious. I have heard melodies like this before, but your playing lends a whole new dimension.
Ah, maybe because the traveler was channeling his emotional connection to that place.
What's curious is that I feel as if I can picture the landscape just by listening to the melody. I wonder how the real thing compares to my imagination.
You should just go see it someday. We can be your tour guides.
Perhaps, if that day ever comes. The Kuhenki seem quite content for the day. Even so, I may have to trouble you to drop by again when they wish to learn more.
First, keep smiling, and when clients arrive, remember to greet them. Then, introduce designs and colors to them based on their needs. Well, that's everything memorized. We should be fine now, right? Come on, Kachina. Moalani's put her trust in you, so you can't mess this up. You can do it! You totally can! Welcome to Leisurely Puffer Water Sports Shop. Huh? Traveler, it's you! Well, Moalani's gonna be leading tours over the next couple of days. She left to start prep work today, in fact. So that left the shop without staff. Now, she did say that closing it for a while would be okay. But since I happen to be free, I thought I'd do something for a friend. And I might open a cake shop someday. So getting some experience now couldn't hurt. Thanks for the encouragement. Moalani said something similar before. I know I can do this. Sure. See you later.
Delicious. Hey, Kaniche, what are you idling around for? Come forth
forth and serve the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulao, some more Canepa berry juice at once!
Busy right now.
Baloney! You're not doing a thing right now! Kachina will be fine. Serving your lord drinks is a far more pressing issue.
Not if there's none left.
What? How could it have gone so fast? Ugh, I've barely had a few sips. Wasn't there a whole bottle? You drank some behind my back, didn't you, Kanich?
Not that there was any need.
Why, you stubborn brat! Anyway, hurry up and find that little rascal Mualani and have her bring 3 more pictures of juice as tribute to our eminent personage! This was barely enough to wet our royal lips!
Come on. Let's go say hello. We meet again, traveler. Yeah. Mualani asked me to keep an eye on her while she minds the shop alone.
She asked both of us, you self-centered little minion! The almighty Dragon Lord and his accomplishments shall not be overlooked!
Then let all know that the mighty Ahau spent all our advance payment before we could even finish the commission.
Kanich, you little...
Seems like our job is done. It's about time for us to...
Huh? Leaving so soon? Not on my watch. Good thing I sped up my preparations and got back early. Just a little worried, you know. But since we've run into each other, let's go grab some dinner together to celebrate Kachina's first time managing a shop solo. Traveler, you should join us too. Look! Kachina spotted us! Oh, and by the way, there will be lots of iced Canepa berry juice at the dinner. My treat.
Ahem. Then I, Kahulao, shall deign to accept this invitation.
Let's go then.
Yay! Kachina! Over here! Over here!
Coming, Noelani!
Huh? Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? The person sitting behind the desk is... Nuh-uh, that's not right. This is clearly... What on earth are you talking about? Sorry, Passive. He's not quite himself right now. Morning, noon, night, Passive! Hello to you too, Passive. Still, what are you doing here in the Fortress of Meropide? I can't imagine what kind of work Passive could do here. Patrol the sea with fish ships in tow? Big bright light! Melusine! Passive. Hungry. Paimon doesn't know what that big bright light is, but we can deal with the hunger problem at least. Traveler, you must have something yummy in your bag. Why don't we...
Ryo, right here. I see we have some unexpected guests. Welcome. Just give me a moment to put my things down. How times change, huh? Me of all people diving into the water to hunt for food.
Paimon sure didn't expect you to do that personally, Your Grace.
I don't actually mind. Nothing wrong with the occasional swim. It's good exercise, and if I'm lucky, I even get a free otter show out of it.
Right! Almost forgot how idle you can be sometimes.
Ah, so that's her name. Passive. I like it. It sounds leisurely. Just hearing it said out loud makes me feel relaxed. Oh, but to answer your question, basically, Miss Passive lingered a little too long under the searchlight and got herself captured by some overzealous guards. I suspect she was too busy admiring the nearby Tidalga to notice the trap closing in around her. You should be more careful in the future, Passive. Don't forget, some fish out there use lights on their heads as bait to snare their prey. If you're hunting Tidalga, there's a good chance an anglerfish is hunting you.
Passive?
Can't understand what I'm saying, huh? Well, not to worry. Someone that can translate will be here shortly.
Who?
I believe you're already acquainted. He sometimes goes by New Valet. Well, what do you know? I have a knack for this. I understood who she was talking about right away. Not that it was hard to guess. Makes sense that a Melusine would know Neuvillette. Still, I've never met a Melusine who eats Tidalga, speaks in riddles, and even uses Melusine to express negation.
Ah, well, about that.
Where?
Sorry to keep everyone waiting. I trust I am not late?
Ah, Neuvillette. Of course not. Whenever you deem fit to grace us with your presence is always the perfect time. Miss Passive is waiting for you.
Take your time, finish your food. We will talk afterwards.
Oh, this looks just like a parent finding their lost child in the park.
That's about right, actually. He's only here because I broadcasted a missing person notice throughout all of Fontaine.
It seems we are in fine spirits today. These jokes are certainly imaginative.
Seeing Passive safe and well seems to have put you in good spirits too. She must be very important to you.
Since there are no outsiders here, I'll get right to the point. Despite appearances, she is quite different from other Melusines.
That explains it. So that's why Pasiv expresses herself in such a unique way. You see, this is why it's always worth striving to stay alive as long as possible. To hear stories from those who have lived longer than you about things you never knew.
Pasiv!
It seems Miss Pasiv agrees as well.
Indeed. Thank you very much for taking care of her.
My pleasure. And thanks to you all, I now have ample reason to give my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute a little task. I'm hoping they can add some ID verification functionality to our big, bright lights. I mean, of all the ways to invite our friends at the fortress to come and visit, this doesn't seem like the most sustainable long-term strategy.
You're right. Even we get picked up from time to time while passing by.
Don't get your hopes up. I'm just hoping I get to see it before I die.
Until the process is complete, I shall inform the Melazines to avoid any such big, bright lights when passing through. I shall do the same.
Sounds good. I'm sure you'll manage.
Apologies for the inconvenience. In any case, I cannot stay long, so I shall take my leave together with Pasiv. If there are other matters to discuss, let us meet above the surface.
Understood.
Pasiv, come! Goodbye, Ryo!
Bio from Ryo. See you next time. Oh dear. I forgot to have Neuvillette explain the anglerfish metaphor to Pasiv, and I didn't get to ask about enkonomia either. Well, never mind. There's no rush. I'll write him a letter when I send the documents over.
I know those voices. Why, if it isn't Paimon and the Honorary Knight. Praise be to the Anemo Archon for this flurry of good news.
Huh? Oh, hey, Glory! What's got you in such a good mood?
Have you heard? The knights who went on expedition are finally returning home. Which means Godwin should be home soon too. It won't be long now before we're together again.
Huh? Don't tell Paimon Godwin still hasn't told Glory about getting separated from the expedition.
Could you help me scatter some more dandelion seeds? I want to thank the Anemo Archon for watching over the expedition, especially Godwin.
Oh, poor girl. Waiting for Godwin all this time? Should we tell her the truth? Or should we have a word with Godwin first?
Is something wrong?
Huh? You want us to help scatter dandelion seeds at the Anemo Archon statue, right? Piece of cake! We'll head there right away! How much longer do you think Godwin's going to keep the truth from Glory? Paimon doesn't want to make her upset, but if we don't tell her... No, she deserves to know. Let's find Godwin and give him a piece of our mind. Huh? Why not? Huh? Varka? And Godwin? Wait, Godwin's back in the city? We need to go speak to
Watch closely. This Knight of Favonius is making the most important decision of his life. Try not to disturb him.
Glory, it's me. I've returned from the expedition safe and sound. I haven't stopped thinking about you this whole time. Oh, no. I can't keep lying to her. Let me think this over. Glory, I have to come clean. I never left Mondstadt in the first place. Oh, no, that's even worse. Saying that will only hurt her more. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Oh, so that's what you meant. Paimon agrees that this is a pretty important decision, but is it really the Grandmaster's responsibility to sort out Knights' love lives, too?
No, not at all. As an organization, the Knights of Favonius does not interfere with personal matters. However, the issue he faces is about more than being a good partner. It's about being a good knight.
I should just tell her the truth. Honesty is a knight's greatest virtue. But Glory is so fragile. What if she can't handle the shock?
Well, it's not all that difficult. Besides, it's not like I'm entirely blameless in the situation either. Back then, I had my hands full preparing for the expedition, so when he suddenly applied for leave, I told him to report to Jean instead. The plan was that he'd rejoin us later. Who could have guessed he'd spend all this time agonizing over how to report back to Jean? Although, I imagine a good chunk of that time was also spent worrying about how to report back to his girlfriend. Naturally, I'll admit I was careless at the time. I didn't set a clear deadline for his report, which may have been part of the reason he spent so much time hesitating. That was my bad. Truth is, hesitation only ever complicates things. Once a day or two has passed, you start to think, well, what's a day or two more? Then, after 3 or 4 days, you start to wonder if your current situation's really so bad after all.
Maybe I should just leave Mondstadt. Then I can pretend I never came back. Yes. Then I can think things over a little longer. Just a day or two more.
At the very least, he should be able to make a decision on his own that aligns with the spirit of chivalry, without me needing to lecture him first. Running away? Don't be silly, what kind of a knight would ever... Wait, what did you say? Running away? Darn it, Godwin! Stop right there!
Uh-oh. Lecture incoming.
Grandmaster?
Hey, Godwin. How can you even call yourself a knight? You were loud and proud when you first confessed your love. Where did that guy disappear to?
Confessed my love? Grandmaster, how do you...
Please, half the Knights of Favonius know about you and Glory. Besides, that's not the point.
The point?
Honorary Knight, tell this scaredy cat what decision a true knight would make. Too right it is, though, in all honesty. See what I did there? A little white lie now and then can be quite harmless, too. See? There's honor in either decision. And yet, despite all that, you chose to skedaddle. Whether you choose to maintain Glory's illusion or come clean, as a knight, you should make a decision, follow it through, and bear the responsibility. What were you thinking when you confessed your love? Presumably something along the lines of, does she feel the same? Might she reject me? Truth is, you had no way to know, but you put yourself out there and told her all the same. Now, all you've got to do is muster up that very same courage. The courage to make a decision, whichever one it is.
I don't want to be like this. It's just, whenever I picture Glory's reaction, I lose the courage to make up my mind. Will she be angry or disappointed? Will she forgive me? If it ends up leaving her as conflicted as I am, maybe it would be kindest not to tell her at all. But if I don't tell her now, she'll find out someday anyhow, right? All these thoughts in my head, aren't they just excuses I'm making for myself?
Hey, what are you prattling on about now? You won't achieve anything thinking like this. Instead of getting lost in your own thoughts, how about you just lay it all out on the table? Come on, let's head to the Angel's Share. It's time to give you a refresher course in chivalry.
Can you really train chivalry in a tavern? Oh, looks like there's a long way to go before this situation gets resolved.
Hold that pose!
Tale of love and hate from the Isle of Arania.
I've already organized all the materials related to the products and the business premises. Considering that the standard procedure of applying for the business license can take some time, I recommend that you coordinate with your partner in Fontaine as soon as possible to decide on a timing for handling the paperwork.
Oh dear. There I was, so caught up in choosing the new store location that I almost forgot about this. Almost messed up big time.
Please don't panic. According to the schedule we drew up, there's still ample buffer time.
Miss Kuki Shinobu, you truly are a professional consultant. If it weren't for your help, I don't know how many pitfalls I might have fallen into on my first overseas business venture.
You're too kind. I'm simply doing my duty. I've accepted your commission. It is my responsibility to oversee every detail. As for the next phase of our marketing strategy, I have a fairly clear picture of our target audience, but I'll still need some time to scope out the competition.
Of course! I really appreciate it. I'll check in with my partner first. We will reconvene once a suitable time has been arranged.
All right, feel free to contact me anytime. Traveler! What a coincidence running into you here. How have you been lately? Yes, a business owner wants to promote Inazuman's specialties in Fontaine, so she engaged me as a consultant. I'm also helping to draft the business plan, which brings me here on this business trip to assist with local procedures. It's a good chance to conduct market research, too. Speaking of which, this business owner is quite generous. After learning about the gang's situation, she volunteered to cover travel expenses for the other members, too. That's right. We came here together. Let me check the time. They should be underwater by now. Yes, underwater. Meaning the Fortress of Meripede.
Whoa! Woohoo! Man, the water feels great. Pretty quick for such a teensy little ship, huh? But did you really think Arataki, the man Ito, was gonna lose to some boat? Akira, Mamoru, get in the water quick! Last one to catch that boat's a rotten egg. Not gonna be me, though. Hey, do you even know how to swim, Genta? 'Cause splashing water in my mouth is not how you do it. Boss, wait! I still haven't learned.
Please refrain from swimming in the Aqua Rail waterway, passengers. It is very dangerous. I repeat, foreign tourists must also comply with local laws. Passengers are not to swim in the Aqua Rail waterway. This is a violation of the Aqua Rail Traffic Safety Act. Does anyone happen to know that very tall gentleman over there? Could you please help convince him to board the boat? Otherwise...
I apologize, Miss Melazine, for causing you trouble. I'll fish them out right away.
Mont, good thing you're here. Understood. Hey you, big guy. Your behavior constitutes a serious threat to public transportation safety. I'm going to need you to come with me.
Huh? What, you got any proof? Who's been threatened? Everyone looks perfectly fine to me. You know, I've got a top-notch lawyer on my side. Don't say I didn't warn you. Besides, even that Tengu warrior everyone's so scared of back home in Inazuma can't do nothing to me. How's a shorty like you supposed to bring me in?
Shorty? That's really mean. Monsieur Neuvillette said I'm perfectly capable of doing any job I set my mind to. Ooh, I'm going to arrest you right now.
Can it, boss? Officer Melazine, I will cooperate and provide eyewitness testimony.
Hey, Shinobu, aren't we supposed to be on the same team? How could you...
This isn't a big deal right now, but if you don't cooperate, this'll only escalate further. Wouldn't want to make a fool of yourself while we're overseas now, would you?
First, you switch sides, and then you go and hit him a home run right out of the gate.
All done, Officer Melazine. You can take them now. They won't give you any trouble.
Boss! Wherever you go, we'll follow.
That about sums it up. It's not that serious. Their detention period will be just about over when I finish my business here. I'll just pick them up on the way back to Inazuma. This is nothing. I'm used to it. I hear the Fortress of Meripede has a different management style from the Commission's detention cells. It'll be a good opportunity for the boss to broaden his horizons. Oh, are you free later? I'm planning to go pick out some gifts for Yanfei and Miss Kujo. I'd appreciate it if you could provide a second opinion. Thank you for your help. Just a moment. Ushi! Come on, we should get going. Ushi has always had his own principles. He never gets involved in anything the gang does that's unreasonable or against the law. He also helps handle all sorts of errands within the gang. For example, Ushi was basically in charge of packing for this business trip. I once advised him that he didn't need to force himself to stay by the boss's side. With his talents, he could accomplish much greater things. But Ushi seems to have his own plans, and, well, I trust his judgment.
Say cheese! Oh, that's weird. Looks like Wamin Restaurant hasn't fired up their kitchen yet. Why does it smell so much like boiled fish around here? Oh, Paimon's fine. Seriously though, this smells pretty weird. But Paimon can't quite see what's off about it.
Wow, color me surprised. Perfume that smells like boiled fish? Xiangling, come give it a sniff. That's totally the scent, right?
Wow, it really is! Even the chili aroma is spot on. How did you even do that?
Some unconventional spice combinations, specialized techniques for refining them, and most importantly, the assistance of a professional chef.
Well, tons of people come to eat our boiled fish every day, so I'd recognize that smell anywhere. No way I'd mistake it for anything, even if a perfume bottle's the last place I'd expect to smell it. Traveler? Perfect timing! Come, smell my wrist! Emily here just made us a perfume that smells like boiled fish! Isn't that just so cool? Paimon's getting kinda hungry just from sniffing this!
See? Always trust Director Who. This perfume really sparks your appetite, doesn't it? I've got an idea, Xiangling. Spray perfume of this type on your menus. One variety for each dish. That way, even if customers haven't tried a dish before, they could just smell the menu and know roughly what it'll taste like.
You're right! This way we can stop guests from wasting food and Mora ordering something they'd end up not wanting to eat.
Exactly. We could even make a whole Leeway flavor atlas. A big chunky book you can flip through to sample the aroma of every single dish. How's that for an idea?
That sounds like stuffing a whole bunch of dishes into the same cabinet. The flavors would definitely get all mixed up. Paimon thinks it sounds really fun, you know? Just open it up and you can smell all that yummy food. But wait, Won't that just make us even hungrier?
Food fragrance design is a fascinating field worth exploring. Besides, creations made on a whim are meant for our pleasure. We need an answer to anyone on their account. Use them anywhere you like, whenever inspiration strikes. Besides, it seems like this perfume is already taking effect.
That wasn't Paimon's tummy growling. It was his. Yep, you! If you're gonna spray something on Paimon's head, at least make it something nice like almond tofu. Paimon won't be able to sleep if it's too spicy. Huh? Why does Paimon smell boiled fish again? Oh, seems pretty hot, too. Unlike the perfume from earlier.
Paimon, Traveler, Miss Emily! Food's ready! My goodness, never mind all that. All this brain work has left my tummy growling too. Oh, right! Xiangling, could you make me another serving of almond tofu? Zhongli's queuing for some pastries on my behalf, so I'd like to bring some food back for him too. Also, lend me the perfume. Let's see what our dear consultant thinks when he tastes some almond tofu, spritzed with boiled fish scented perfume.
Cheap and tasty chop suey.
Smile!
Try something new with the one mean.
The almond tofu is ready, but Hu Tao, are you sure you're gonna... Dear oh dear, this almond tofu is a brand new, one-of-a-kind flavor. Whew.
This scent it's quite unique.
Smile!
Say cheese!
Oh, it's you! It really is as they say. Watch who you mention in Idle Talk. Never know who might show up. I was just thinking that if you were here, at least there'd be someone here to eat with me. Thanks for the concern, but me? Get robbed on a delivery? I just finished one safe and sound. Come on, we've known each other forever. Don't tell me you're doubting my skills now. Relax. Smell that aroma? You know it. You're in for a treat. It'll be ready in just a minute. The boss from my last delivery runs a farm up in the mountains. There was a happy accident today. He miscounted the supplies. So, he sent me home with the extras. That fowl is really dope. I mean, it's super fresh and the meat is top shelf. There's even spring water from the mountains on our way back. Right place, right time, and I had a feeling that the right people might show up for the trifecta. That's why I decided to make something that I recall as golden tempered jade. You've tried this dish before? It's not just the name. The taste is out of this world. Actually, I learned this dish from Leon, a helper from back home. He and my mother were from the same town, and he said my mother used to love this dish. That said, I didn't follow his recipe exactly. Tweaked it to suit my own taste, you see? Brought the water to a boil, added a pinch of salt, then let the fresh fowl soak in it for a bit. Not for too long, though. Then I mentally recited full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey chasyu, fine tea, full moon, and a bountiful year too. Scooped it right out once done. I had to repeat that step 3 times before placing the fowl into mountain spring water infused with mist flowers. Hot and cold. Ooh, reminds you of a blacksmith tempering metal, huh? Yeah, I think it's a bit of a hassle too, so sometimes I get lazy and skip a few steps. But this is a special occasion. Such dope fowl can't go to waste. You'll see in a moment. Anyway, we're currently at the final trickiest step. That's when we drop the heat as low as we can go and let the fowl poach slowly. All that's left after that is to have some patience. Now that we've said all this, the timing should be just right. Not too early, not too late. Now, don't blink. Golden tempered jade, ready to flake. See, when the surface shines like glazed glass, it means you got the heat just right. It looks amazing, and it tastes even better. Come on, try some. See if you like it. If you do, I'll make it for you again next time. I don't really bother when I'm cooking for myself, but don't worry. I always follow the steps to the letter when I'm cooking for friends. Full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey chasyu. Fine tea, full moon, and a bountiful year too.
Say cheese! Isn't that Barker and Glory? Don't tell Paimon Godwin's run away again!
Miss Glory, in accordance with Godwin's personal wishes and the need to keep a small force stationed in Nod-Krai, I'm afraid he'll be away for some time longer. The reason I've come to see you today is to inform you of the situation and to read this letter on Godwin's behalf. My Lady Glory, at this very moment, I am writing to you over a glass of fine wine.
My lady?
Although the Knights of Favonius's expedition has ended, my personal journey continues still.
This letter from Godwin.
Therefore, I have decided to stand fast in Nod-Krai and to continue fighting for the defense of my beloved Mondstadt. I understand this decision may hurt you, and no apology can undo the pain I cause. But please, believe me when I say, My love runs deep and true.
Deep and true. Thank you, Grandmaster Varka, for bringing me this letter. Godwin's resolve. I can feel it clearly. Though being apart may be painful, if this is his decision, I'll wait as long as it takes. May the thousand winds protect you, Godwin.
Haha, don't worry. The situation there is safe now. I'm sure that Godwin will be back before you know it. Well then, Miss Glory, I have other matters to attend to. Farewell, for now.
What's the deal with that letter? Did Godwin really go to Nod-Krai?
He did indeed. Where should I start? After my little refresher course, I gave him 1 day to make his final decision.
Grandmaster, I think I've made up my mind. I can't keep lying to her.
Is that so? Good. I may have said that the Knights of Favonius do not interfere with personal matters, so long as the decisions you make do not impugn the honor of the Knights. But I must say, deep down, I was hoping this would be the path you chose. You don't look so good, though. Rough night, huh?
You can say that again. Even though I made my decision, I wasn't sure of the best way to tell her. In the end, I stayed up all night working on this letter.
Sure didn't skimp on the prep, huh? Come on, let me take a look. I'm sorry, Glory. I must confess my sins. Well, I guess that's passable. A hypocrite like myself deserves no forgiveness, much less the honor to remain by your side. What's all this? I don't deserve your forgiveness. Perhaps you deserve someone better. What the heck is this nonsense? Is this your attempt at taking responsibility?
Grandmaster, please let me explain. I've carefully thought this through. If I tell her more lies, even if she never finds out the truth, I would only grow to despise myself more. Could someone like that truly make her happy? But if I confess everything, I'm sure she'll forgive me and accept me, as despicable as I've been, because she's so gentle, so understanding. But I can't bring myself to accept her kindness in such a shameful way. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. I've thought it all through. What decision to make, what the consequences will be in. I think I could bear it all. But even then, no matter what I choose, I'd never be able to forgive myself.
In this state, even if I forced you to face her, I doubt it would do either of you much good. After all these years of patrolling and fighting on the outskirts of Mondstadt, you've covered no less ground than the expedition itself. Come on, how has your resolve gotten so weak?
Perhaps I was beyond saving from the moment I told that first lie to avoid the shame.
Well, if you can't forgive yourself for your lies, then why not turn them into truths? Embark on your own expedition.
My own expedition?
Go to Nod-Krai and temper your resolve. They're short-handed there at the moment anyway. So consider this your punishment for not returning to duty on time.
Nod-Krai? The expedition's final destination?
Go and learn from the expedition forces there what it truly means to be an upstanding knight. Naturally, before your character building begins, you'll need to resolve your affairs in Mondstadt first. Go fetch a pen and paper and write a new letter. This time, I'll dictate and you transcribe. I don't want to read any more of this spineless drivel. Alright. My Lady Glory, at this very moment, I am writing to you over a glass of fine wine.
Grandmaster? We don't usually address each other like this. And if I'm going to write about wine, how about the scent of wine on the wind reminds me of you, no matter how far apart.
There's no need for you to add anything. Just write exactly what I say. Now, although the Knights of Favonius' expedition has ended, my personal journey continues still.
All right. I've written so many letters. Maybe it's time I took notes from someone else.
To continue fighting for the defense of my beloved Mondstadt. Ha ha! I really outdid myself with that ending.
Yes, indeed. But I still want to apologize to Glory, at least in some way.
All right, let me think. You could add a postscript.
Something felt off about that whole letter. Except the last bit. But isn't this just a different kind of lie?
You think so? Well, the letter genuinely was written by Godwin himself, and he really has gone to Nod-Krai now. As for getting separated from the expedition, well, the letter didn't mention anything about that.
Ugh. So Paimon guesses you didn't technically lie.
Besides, if Godwin were to face Glory now, it would leave an indelible mark on both their hearts. They'd never be able to truly move on. He made an undeniable mistake, one for which he must make amends through his actions, both for the Knights of Favonius and for Glory. Godwin has promised me that once his expedition is over, he will personally confess everything to Glory. As for me, I pray he won't waste this opportunity to become a true knight once again. But that's an understanding we have as fellow Knights of Favonius.
Well, at least he's moving in the right direction.
Don't forget to keep your promise, Godwin.
Transfers of supplies must be...
You can reach the main road from here. The road is wide. Very wide. You won't get lost.
My thanks, child. As I recall, you live at the Boo Boo Pharmacy, yes? I've seen you in the city.
Yes, but my memory isn't good. I've forgotten you. Sorry for forgetting. I need to go gather herbs. Dr. Baichu is waiting, so I have to leave.
Miss Chi-Chi, please wait.
Sibai! What an odd combination. Okay. Why are we being all sneaky anyway? There's no way we can hide from...
If you need medicine, Dr. Baiju is at the pharmacy. Please go there. I'm sorry, but I really did forget you. I really need to go gather herbs now. Goodbye.
How did this come to pass? Traveler, Paimon, do come out. You must have questions for me too.
Told you there was no way we could hide anything from Zibai. That said, why were you with Chi-Chi?
No, I did not. I was looking for the right moment to meet with young Chi-Chi in private. Never could I have imagined that such an adeptus might exist. One with an adeptal body but no spirit to match. That absence must be the cause of her forgetful nature. I fear someone has already tried once before in secret. I am well acquainted with the arts involved in the sigil on her head. It is a spell that bestills the soul. Without it, Miss Chi-Chi's spirit would have been drained away long ago, turning her into an unfeeling, unconscious puppet. Spellwork of the 3 deadly selves.
Wait a sec. You mean the sigil on her head involves similar techniques to the one you used?
Indeed. She has also had her 3 deadly selves severed. Having traveled with and observed her carefully, I perceive only 1 deadly self remaining in her present body. Although I cannot determine which one it is exactly, this self is also incomplete. It was shattered by an external force before being reassembled by someone through some intricate spellcraft. Though it might not necessarily be a person. Perhaps some adeptus used their powers to pull Chi-Chi's soul together before, using sigils to stabilize and nurture it. Only she would know. It is no habit of mine to pry into others' personal affairs. However, I sense intense fetor within Miss Chi-Chi's body.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Back then, Chi-Chi inhaled so much fetor that she almost fell asleep.
I see. Since she was already bereft of spirit, the fetor entered her body like an invader into territory unguarded. Had the sigil not aided in stabilizing her soul, her spirit might have fled right then and there. But, though it held the fetor back, the sigil's adeptal power was also greatly depleted. Said sigil was already like water cut off from its source, once imbued by its creator with profound adeptal power. Barely a tenth of it remains today. And, with the fetor entering her body as you mentioned, I'm afraid the sigil's power shall soon be depleted. I suppose that explains the sudden arrival of 2 adepti at Bubu Pharmacy. They must have sensed something as well.
2 of them? You mean Xianyun and Madame Ping?
No, I would have known if it were them. The 2 I speak of were a bird and a deer who took the forms of human men before entering this city. Ah, so that is what they are called. Thank you, traveler. Since we are all here to aid Miss Chi-Chi, perhaps I should go and meet them. Yes, no time like the present, as they say. I shall set off shortly to pay them a visit at their abodes.
Paimon too!
Worry not, Miss Chi-Chi will be more than all right. Still, to see such a sophisticated version of the three deadly selves technique in action, who might it have been?
Oh boy. Even though her eyes are covered, Paimon can tell she's staring right at you.
I'd like to try a different drink from the tavern.
Wow. Even Paimon wants to try a glass of that. Wow, that was quick. Looks like she loves it.
Completely flavorless.
Flavorless?
Yes. Oh, thanks, but no need. There was a time when I failed to understand why people felt such joy at harvest time. Then one day, I reached out to touch a piece of ripe fruit hanging from a branch. I sensed vitality in the very texture of its skin. The organic embodiment of sunlight, water, earth, and air. With each bite, I felt a refreshing sweetness surge over me, like waves of cool white foam. And that's how I came to understand the irresistible power of aroma.
Oh, that's interesting.
Then, we complete nature's cycle by taking that life force for ourselves.
That suddenly turned kinda dark.
That is why I prefer fresh fruit. It allows me to see what I took from this world, exactly as it was before I took it, and reminds me of what I owe this world in return. Here, try it for yourselves. This laka berry is very sweet, so make sure you savor it. You're here? The Kuhenki are playing the lyre again. Could you play a song for them like last time? And I happen to be in the mood to hear something different myself. How curious. I have heard melodies like this before, but your playing lends a whole new dimension.
Ah, maybe because the Traveler was channeling his emotional connection to that place.
What's curious is that I feel as if I can picture the landscape just by listening to the melody. I wonder how the real thing compares to my imagination.
You should just go see it someday. We can be your tour guides.
Perhaps, if that day ever comes. The Kuhenki seem quite content for the day. Even so, I may have to trouble you to drop by again when they wish to learn more.
Insulation check. Branch into song.
Observe. To dust. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Defensive mode engaged.
Straggler.
Lush as the moonlight.
Observe. Do you fear the dark?
The Kuhenki and I were just playing a picture guessing game. Would you like to join? Go on now, little ones. See if you can guess what this picture is.
Huh, that was way too obvious!
I'm afraid this riddle was a little too simple for us. Thank you for taking the time to play with the Kuhenki. I hope we can have just as much fun playing together next time. If you'd like, you're more than welcome to play with the Kuhenki again sometime.
Say cheese!
You